Hi, I'm Wendi Blum, and I'm super excited to have you with us tonight on our show, What is Your Destiny? And to introduce our first very special guest. And Denise Dobbs, I know you wear a lot of different hats, but I know you best for liberation breath work and really the power of the breath. So welcome to the show tonight.
Thank you.
Super excited to have you.
Thank you, Wendi. I'm really excited to be here.
Well, the show is all around the theme, what is your destiny? And so what is your personal story? What led you down a path to even discover the power of breath work?
Wow. Well, when I found breathwork in 2005, I was lost. Even though I was reading all the perfect spiritual books and going to yoga, I still felt lost. I was still drinking 6 nights a week, weighed about 30 pounds more. My frame doesn't really matter, but I was really lost and sad. And so I found this breathwork at a yoga studio. At the time, it was called Revelation Breathing, and it said, "Come release emotional blockages from your body." And I said, I need that. I was dealing with the death of my mom for 7 years. I was just not dealing with it, actually.
Yeah, so burying it.
Burying it, yeah. So when I was introduced to this breathwork, it completely saved my life. I don't say it changed my life, it saved my life. And I had a deep conversation with myself and knew that I needed to learn how to do this for other people. And so my destiny has really been serving humanity. And so I use this modality to serve humanity and help people heal their minds and their bodies of pain and suffering. So.
Well, it's so powerful. When I think about the breath, I think it's the very first thing that we do when we are born, and it's the very last thing we do before we transition, and then there's no conversation in between. It's so funny that you're a guest on the show tonight, because I've been thinking of the word breathe. Recently, I have 2 friends that wear a necklace that say breathe. And just a reminder that whenever life throws you a curveball, takes you, off track, that you always have the breath that's available to you. And so you say it actually didn't change your life, it saved your life. And so, for our viewers, and just to talk a little bit about what breath work is. I mean, we breathe, we do it automatic. Aren't we doing it all the time?
Yeah, people always say that. Why do I have to pay you to come breathe with you? I'm breathing all the time. But it's funny you said that about the birth and death, because originally this technique was called rebirthing breath work. So discovered in the 70s, and we called it rebirthing because it's a remembering of your true self. And then the philosophy even goes deep enough to release your birth trauma. So that's funny that you said that. But the second part of what you asked me was...
So in knowing just every day and we have so many things going on. So we're going from one activity to another, and we're breathing, right? But there's a lot of shortness of the breath that's going on. We don't really even have awareness of the breath. So somebody who is viewing today and say, well, I do that, I breathe, so what is the difference? So can you explain a little bit about the process?
Yeah, it's conscious, connected breath work. So the deeper you go into this process, the more conscious you become of your circular breath throughout the day. So meditation techniques focus on the breath. Yoga, the breath. But during this type of breath work, we go into a circular breath, which actually it goes into the subconscious mind, which helps you release stuck emotions in your body
that you don't even know are there, that are programmed deep in the subconscious mind.
It's the subconscious mind. I mean, you don't know. I mean, you can kind of see patterns happening in your life, like, why do I keep attracting this type of person in my life? Why do I keep, holding myself back from success? Why am I not happy even though I go to yoga every day? Whatever it is. But these are buried so deep, and this is a lot what you do with your clients is working with the subconscious mind. So it's not about just breathing. It's about going deeper into that part of yourself that you're not very conscious of. So some people call it conscious connected breath work as well.
And so I asked you before we came on tonight, I asked you about the breath, even for public speaking. And you shared one of your favorite techniques to use is the fire breath. So can you share a little bit about what that is?
Okay, well, the breath of fire is actually from pranayama, which is techniques that you use in yoga. Pranayama is very different from liberation breath work. So pranayama is about controlling the breath so you can calm your mind and just be more present. So I use that when I need to be present and transfer fear into excitement and be more present. But that's not really what liberation breathwork is. Liberation breathwork is surrendering to the breath. So it's a totally different modality. And some of my toughest students are longtime yogis and longtime meditation teachers because it's a whole new modality for them. So.
Okay, so maybe if we just do a little bit of fire breath and then we'll transition over to liberation. Yeah, can we do that?
Sure.
Okay, awesome.
So breath of fire is pulling in the tummy. So you pull it in nice and tight and you focus on
doing this with you.
Yeah, and you focus on the exhale. So you push on the exhale and you let the tummy fill up by itself. So it's like a balloon. You're squeezing it and then letting it fill up by itself. Well, a balloon doesn't fill up by itself, but a ball, sorry. So pull your tummy in and blow out through the nose and then let the tummy fill back up. So we'll do it fast. I'll show you for like a few breaths and then you can do it with me. So. So you're pulling the tummy in nice and tight. How do you feel?
Yeah.
Even just a few
energized.
seconds. Like when you're stuck in traffic, it's the best thing. It totally calms your mind. It releases anger, frustration, everything. So I use that a lot for public speaking. Before I do groups, so I have to get really present and I can feel everyone's energy in the room, so I use that just to calm myself down. So.
Okay, all right, so that's fire breath.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about liberation breath.
Okay. Liberation breath work is done laying down, completely different.
All right, well, we can't do that.
Can't do that in the car.
Just imagine that we're laying down right now. Although we should think about that. We'll just
you can do it sitting up, but it's very advanced.
Okay.
So it's done laying down, and it's all in the heart center, which is opposite. Yoga and pranayama is done in the tummy. This is all in the heart center, all in the chest, where we store our emotions and old memories from our childhood and beyond. So and it's through the mouth. In the beginning, we teach through the mouth because it's a bigger hole, so you're going to get more oxygen. As yogis call it, pranayama, and as the Eastern philosophy calls it, chi. So it's going to get more of that into your body through the mouth, and it's done circular, as I said before. So there's no pausing on the inhale or the exhale. And opposite of pranayama, you're focusing on the inhale and relaxing on the exhale. So it's completely opposite.
That is completely opposite.
Right.
Okay.
So you're accessing a different part of the mind. So you just relax the jaw.
Okay.
And you inhale all the way out to the tips of the shoulders, and then you let gravity do the work on the exhale, opening up the back of the throat. So in yoga, we control the exhale, right? It's completely different. So I'll do it with you. Good.
Wow, powerful in just a really short period of time. I mean, we did that for about 15 seconds.
So you feel a difference, though?
Yeah, I feel a sensation, and it's a combination. You can actually feel the release. I feel just a little bit dizzy.
Yep.
Right? Common?
Yeah.
And so now I go back to the very first time that I took your class. And it was outside, it was in a beautiful setting, and where were we?
We were at the Eucalyptus Gardens.
We were at a garden, yeah, beautiful garden. And so you were leading the class, and we laid down, and how long was that class?
It was about an hour. Normally we breathe for a full hour. I think so there was a lot of events happening, so I think you guys ended up breathing for a full 50 minutes. But yeah.
50 minutes of just doing breath work. It was amazing. So I know so many breakthroughs have happened for me personally doing this type of breath work. So thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
So I know you do privates with individuals. You also teach workshops all throughout South Florida. So can you share a little bit for our viewers what to expect in coming to a workshop, and also how we can get in touch with you?
Okay. Yeah, I do groups usually once a month, depending on if I'm traveling or not. And I do groups anywhere.
And Denise travels. Like, she travels to India. Like, she travels. Big travel.
Yes. So I do groups anywhere from Miami to West Palm. So in a group, I always say at all my groups that groups are not a replacement for privates. They're really an introduction to the breath, and they're also a support system to doing your privates. And during a group, I mean, we could have anywhere between 10 and 30 people. I've done groups up to 70 people. But we talk just like we do in a private. We talk for 30 minutes before, but more people get to talk besides just me and one person. And then
you just let go. You just kind of, I think you lead.
Yeah.
And you guide, and that's really powerful, knowing that you have this support, because you feel a little insecure because you're doing something that you don't customarily do.
Right.
And just the love and support and the nurturing that you give everybody, I felt it. We had you come and teach at our retreat, and we had a very large group, and there were so many breakthroughs that happened that day. And so I know it's really powerful whether you do it individually or whether you do it in a group setting.
Right.
So your website is Denise Dobbs?
DeniseDobbs.com, yes. And you could sign up to be in my newsletter to find out how to be involved in the groups and how to be invited and learn more about my privates.
And so I can't say enough about it. I think everyone needs to experience what you do. I think that it's important because I work with entrepreneurs. I think it's so important because we get stuck in our head, and it really helps to release our creativity, to get energized and focused and disciplined, and to heal the guk and the stuff that holds you back and bring you forward into true success in every area of your life. So I am a big fan, a very big advocate. So thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you, Wendi, for having
Denise.
me. Yeah.
Thank you.